Hey, what's going on, friends? JP here, coming to you live from Jenkintown, Pennsylvania. Happy Monday. I love Mondays. Okay, so let me just get right to it. It's been a second or two. I'm actually going to go hop over to my business page right after this to do a deeper dive, but I want to share this with you here. So if you want to check that out, it's facebook.com/Jennifer Powers Live, where I'm going to be starting to be doing weekly live trainings over there, aside from my podcast and my YouTube channel and everything else going on. So let me just talk to you about polarity for a second. I don't know if you know what that is. It's kind of self-explanatory, but if you're in marketing or if you're building a business, brick and mortar, traditional, non-traditional, online, offline, whatever, you know that any good business needs leads. Yes or yes? Yes, you need leads, okay? You need a consistent, steady stream of leads coming in to you that are high quality, preferably pre-vetted out, so you know that they're only the people that you actually want to do business with and work with. Well, polarity, stick around with me to the end, because I'm going to talk to you about Howard Stern. It's going to be really short, I promise you, but I just finished recording this very episode, I think episode 16 or so on my podcast. And I just wanted to give you a couple bits from that episode. It's not going to be released for another week or two. So I want to tell you right now, because it's fresh in my head, about polarity. You want leads, yes, but you also want to attract the right people to you. You want to attract the right people just as much as you want to repel the not right people, okay? I think I forgot what I titled the video, but I was thinking in my head of the real world. I'm dating myself a little bit, but back when I was a teeny bopper teen, I would watch MTV's The Real World. And the beginning was, this is what happens when people stop getting polite and start getting real. And the premise is, it's real. These are real life. You're seeing the raw footage, the real nitty gritty, true personalities, the vulnerability. You're seeing the person, you're hearing from the person. All of that is so important. And why I want to share this with you is because in very recent weeks, there have been two very large influential couples that are under major scrutiny. They're like getting crucified right now. One couple is very famous in the self-help space. The other one is in the fitness space, and I'm not going to name names. I'm not really even going to get into my thoughts on that too much, but just to give you an idea of the self-help one, she was sharing all rainbow sunshine, the highlight reel, as lots of us do. We don't share enough of the real stuff, the struggles, the forks in the road, the curveballs, and that's what social media ends up tending to be. Tends to be this wonderful rainbows, unicorns, and sunshine all the time. Or it's the exact opposite. Recent times have been showing us lots of negativity, but in the world of online or internet marketing, people that are sharing opportunities, products, services, whatever, they tend to only share the rainbows and the fluff and the good stuff, right? So this person was sharing all the good stuff and then hit her audience with like a shock of all times where she's saying she's getting divorced. Now that's one couple. The other couples in the fitness world, same exact scenario. Their audience felt like duped. They felt like they lost trust in these people. They felt like it was a sham. They just had all these bad feelings. And so now they're getting a ton of backlash as a result from that. And so the point that I want to share with you is that you have to take people on your journey. Okay, so for instance, today, if you guys watch, I've been doing a lot in my stories, but today, and that's why I have some makeup on my face, but I shot, 4-5 videos, a couple podcasts, a couple, super excited, some training for my training membership site, to teach MLMers how to automate and scale their business with modern technology. I'm very excited. And that's for my downline that I just give to them. I'm excited. But I did all that in my podcast. If you have not checked it out, Not Your Mom's MLM. And by the way, if you're not even in MLM, you can get a ton of value from it because it just teaches really good modern marketing. Okay. But in that, I share step by step what I'm doing. Why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just act like a guru like everybody else, right? Like I could skip and just tell you everything I know. I'm on chapter 40 where you're on chapter 1 of certain things, right, in business. I could do that, but that would be the thing that we all hate, which is when somebody appears as this overnight success. I also would lose some credibility and trust. And it's important to be able to look back and say, hey, I wasn't an overnight success, and these are the steps, and these were the roadblocks, and these were the bumps that I hit. So those influencers that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, they're getting so much thrown at them now, so much repercussion, so much backlash. Why? If they had maybe thought to be more vulnerable and honest and open with their audience and say, hey, you know, this quarantine life, man, it's rattled us. Like it's struggle bus over here. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. It is struggling. Then when the announcement came that it was time for them to end their marriage, they would not have lost so much of their audience. Now they're going to, unfortunately, and my heart breaks for them, they're going to have to be rebuilding what they have now lost. And that's hard. It's a lot easier to explain to people, I'm learning, I'm making mistakes, I'm failing, I'm succeeding, I'm doing all of this. This is what's happening in my life, because the reality is, just like Spider-Man, the quote from, I think it was from Spider-Man, said, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, people that are putting their trust in you, you're responsible for that to a degree. All right. And so certain things stay private. Yes, absolutely. But in this online influencer space, in the space of becoming a leader, if you're building leading an organization, and if you're paving the way for other people, you have to get real and vulnerable and share the good, the bad, and the ugly. I will tell you a quick story. A post that I did on here, I don't even know how long ago, I shared that I had set this huge, I called a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. I set this huge goal and I did not hit it. And instead of doing what most people do, which would be like, I just crushed my goal, like, yeah, go me, I rock. I said, hey friends, I just made this great, crazy, loud, obnoxious goal and I totally missed it. Haha. But you know what happened instead? I did this, 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 and this, and I was that much closer to my goal. Okay? So what's good about that is I'm vulnerable and I'm sharing, hey, I also too make goals that I do not hit, because I don't have it all together all the time and I don't get to achieve everything that I set out to achieve. But I'm going to share that with you just as much as I'm going to share the successes and what's working. I'm going to share what doesn't work and what does work. So sharing the journey is so, so, so important. It also shows people, guess what? They can do it too. You're not this unicorn. You're not this magical, mythical creature. You're a human just like they are. So they can do what you're doing. And if you take people on your journey, whether you're in the health, wealth, or relationship space, if you're a blogger, if you're an influencer, if you're building a business, if you're network marketing, whatever you're doing, taking people on that journey is so important. And it's a superpower. It is your superpower. It's your special sauce. It's like the secret. Okay. Like it is everything. Being honest and transparent and vulnerable and taking people through your journey is so, and there's a good way to do it and there's not a good way to do it. Right. But I just wanted to share that with you. And then, last but not least, Howard Stern. Okay. So I was saying it's important to attract just as much as it is to repel. Do you know, and this kind of all ties together, at least it does in my head, so hopefully it does for you. Do you know that whether you love him or hate him, don't care about him, whatever, and he is one of the greatest interviewers of all time. You agree or disagree, but that's a fact, whether you like him or not. Do you know that more than half of Howard Stern's audience that listens to him hates him? Like hate him. They hate him. They don't like him at all. And it's kind of funny when you think about it. When you are 150% your true authentic self and you don't give a crap who's going to receive that well and who's not, you are really stepping into your power and you're finally breaking through, probably to a level that you had previously not been able to do. Howard Stern is one of those people that we can all take note from because he is incredible with the term polarity. Okay. He is very much shares his beliefs, the things he likes, hates, whatever. He's very opinionated. He doesn't hold back. We can all learn from that a little bit. So I just want to say the title again, Stop Being Polite, Start Getting Real. I want to drive home the point to you to not be afraid. Stop being so damn afraid of voicing how you feel and your opinions. Because guess what? Guess what, my friend? You are not, if you're trying to be this likable creature, you're never going to be a success in business. If you are trying to, there's a fine line between leading the masses and having posture and poised and good character and all that, but there's also a line that you want to cross. That line is your truth, the way that your beliefs, your feelings on certain issues, the things that make your brand your brand. Don't be afraid to share that. Take that note from Howard Stern, because guess what? How many times are you watching somebody on Facebook Live or a video or training or whatever, and you're like, ugh, I hate her voice. Oh, I can't stand this guy. But you can't turn away. Probably a number of reasons. One, sometimes people just love to hate. Two, sometimes you know that that person has tons of value that you're learning, even if you don't really like them and they're not your cup of tea. So just keep that in mind. I know some of you guys watching me right now can't stand you hate my guts. You don't stand me. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm still showing up and I still do me, and I put value out there and I try to help as many people as I can. And that's totally fine if I'm not your cup of tea. Rock on. Like, I still love you even if you hate me. I don't care. But that's what I want to say to you. There's been a lot of noise. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I don't think I'll ever not say that. But when it comes to showing up online, it's a lot easier to slowly build step by step, brick by brick, and take people through your journey. And then that way, if things change, if you shift past whatever, people do not feel disappointed, let down, whatever. And you're not shocking anybody. And it also is just so much more, it's such a powerful way to build a tribe that truly is in love with you, that will have your back. There's going to be a lot of people that you never even meet, whether they are in your business, whether they just are friends with you on social media, that will like take a bullet for you, that love you, that are your diehard fans, your biggest cheerleaders. And you know why? The only way you will get that is if you take people through your journey and you share the good, the bad, and the ugly. You take them behind the scenes, you tell them what's working and what's not working, and you provide value. And so that's it. That's all I wanted to share. I hope this was valuable. If it was, let me know. I would love to hear from you. And I hope you're having a killer Monday. I love Mondays. I freaking love them. And I hope you do too. And if you don't, you should find a way to love your Mondays. All right, bye guys.